It's time for Let's Talk with Tara. Tara is a counseling coach who addresses real issues that plague many women today. Issues like church hurt, disappointment, anxiety, depression, and many more. You will be inspired, educated, and empowered on how to receive the help and healing needed to move forward. If you have real issues, then Tara has real solutions. Let's talk with Tara.
Hello. It is Monday midday. Let's talk Tara, and I am excited to be on with you guys today. It is February the 8th, 2021. I am Tara T. Stallings, certified life coach, counselor, board certified mental health coach, women's coach, author, and transformational speaker. And I am so excited that today is Monday midday, and I am here to share with you today. I have the opportunity, because for me this is an opportunity to share, and a privilege to share my heart, my education, my experience, my expertise with you on Monday midday. So let's get right into it. We have been talking and sharing lately on emotions, how our emotions become barriers to us achieving the life, the lifestyle, the wholeness, the mindset that we so desire. So we have to just kind of go in and talk about it. We talk about so many different things in life. We share, we talk, we have 3 steps, 5 steps, 20 steps, 100 steps. We have workshops. We have class events. We have all types of things that teach us so many great things in life. But one thing that we never have, we don't have the information dealing with our emotions that directly impact every area of our life. You know, we learn about nutrition. We learn about getting healthy and finance, and we learn about building houses and building credit, and even communication. We even, have classes on effective communication, on all types of great things, and they're wonderful. But at the end of the day, if you do not identify the emotional pains and hurts and barriers that are directly impacting your now and your future, all of that information just goes out the door, because you never see yourself live to the full potential of your capacity, because you're still bound in those emotional barriers and blockers that are preventing you from moving forward or achieving the life and the lifestyle and the wholeness, the mindset to be the person you were created to be, and to produce and function at 100% capacity. And I want to talk about that. Today we are taking one section at a time, because it's so many. This is a subject that we don't talk about. I love that they've written books on emotional intelligence, but how many people read those books? The information is out there, but if you don't read it, if you don't know that it's out there, how can you obtain this information? So I'm sharing with you today from the aspect of relationships, because last week we talked a little bit about emotional intimacy, relating with women, and how when you have that relational intimacy, that void, how you make decisions based on the void. How you make those decisions based on the void. But today, I want to shift a little bit because I've been hearing some things and I've been hearing some things and I know it's time for me to share this. We want to talk about emotional barriers that keep you single. Emotional barriers that keep you single. Now, this can be for men or for women. Of course, my audience is mainly women, but men need to hear this also. Those emotional barriers that keep you single. Yes. Those are barriers. They're barriers that keep you in relationships that are destined to fail. Because it's not that you're not in a relationship. You keep picking the wrong relationship, or the wrong relationships keeps picking you because of those emotional barriers that have not been identified, that have not been healed. You keep basing your relationships or picking or attracting people based on the hurt from that emotions that needs to be healed. The hurts from those emotions that needs to be healed. So let's talk about it today. Of course, my audience is mainly women, but like I said, men deal with this too. But what keeps these emotional barriers that are keeping you single? The first thing is comparison. Comparison. Women have a detrimental disease of comparison. I'm going to call it that. A detrimental disease of comparison. And this is a disease of comparison that most of the time is not forced on you, that we just gravitate and we call this disease on to ourselves. We look at other women, or we take in what society says is the norm, and we compare ourselves to that. We compare ourselves to our cousins. We compare ourselves to our friends. We could compare ourselves to our schoolmates and our colleagues and our associates. We look at our bodies and our hair and our skin tone and our color and hair and nails and everything, and we compare ourselves to them, wishing, oh, I see her because she looks a certain way, men must be attracted to her because she has a lot of men, or she has a nice looking man, or she appears to be happy, when in actuality she may not be happy. Or she may be attracting these different men because of her emotional barriers. The thing is not to attract men. Because, ladies, the problem is not attracting a man. Because a man is attracted to you because of what you have in between your legs most of the time. It doesn't matter how you look, just to be honest. You know, now I'm not saying that to be derogatory to men or to down men, but you know, if a man wants you, he wants you. He doesn't matter how your body looks. Now we do. Let me just say this: we do have physical attractions, with things that we are physically attracted to when it comes to being a human. A certain type. Let me say it that way: a certain type. We have a certain type. But that has nothing to do with you. That just has something to do with the individual. Some people like lighter skinned people. Some people like darker skin. Some people like blonde hair. Some people like brunettes, dark hair, red hair. Some people like different things. It has nothing to do with you. But because of that disease of comparison, we get trapped. A lot of times women get trapped into that emotional mindset, because I'm going to talk about that in a minute, that mindset of what they think Listen to me. What they think a man wants, or I have to be this way or look this way to be attractive to a man, or he's not going to want me because I don't look a certain way. That's crazy. If a man wants you, you can be fat, you can be skinny, you can be tall, you can be short. It doesn't matter, because people are attracted to different character, personality, physical, body traits. They're just attracted to it. It has nothing to do with that. But because women get in the disease of comparison, body image. Like I said, with the body image, with the hair and nails and skin tone and all of that stuff, they get trapped in there, and then they start making decisions. Listen to me. From the emotions that's associated with that disease of comparison. That disease of comparison. And then we have age. A lot of times I hear young women say, "Oh, I'm 25, I'm 30, I'm getting old." You are not old. That is not old. You think, "Oh, I don't want to have any kids. I don't want to be an old lady at 35 getting married." Who said that being 25, 30, 35, even 40 was old to get married? Who said that? Where did we how did we get this mindset that, that's old? Could it be because we see so many women that have children in their teens and their early 20s that were not planned? Teens and early 20s, and they made decisions off of emotions that caused them to have an effect on a child early, and they may be in and out of relationships. And you think, because I'm 25 and I'm 35 and I'm 40 and I'm not married and I haven't had any children, that your biological clock is getting, is timing out. No, your biological clock is not timing out. Or is it that the doctors have told you, after 35, that you're at a higher risk? Well, is that true? Because I know young ladies that are 25 that are at high risk, that are 15 that are at high risk. So does that mean because you are 35 or you're 40 years old that you're going to be a high risk pregnancy because the doctor said it? When your body tells you that you still can produce a child. I'm going to leave that there. And then let's talk about acceptance. We have those emotions associated with being accepted. We want to be accepted by everyone. And please don't misunderstand me. Everybody wants to be accepted, wants to be loved, but the misconception of being accepted to people that don't accept you is crazy. I'm just going to say it for what it is. It's crazy. Stop trying to be accepted with people who don't want to accept you. That's not your issue. That's their issue. That is not your issue. They have emotional issues and mindsets and traumas that they are dealing with. It's okay. You're not supposed to be connected with everyone. But there is I'm going to use that with some people, some individuals that are perfectly designed for your life. Perfectly designed for your life so that you can continue to level up, to grow, to mature, to advance in life. But we get trapped in wanting to be accepted in those emotions that's rooted in wanting to be accepted. And then let's talk about something. I said all that to kind of get to this part. The false sense of confidence. Listen, I'm seeing this too much. I'm seeing this too much with our supposedly strong women. It's called a false sense of confidence. Confidence is self-worth. Self-worth. It's a self-worth in yourself. What you believe. It's not based on what others say or do. It's your self-worth in yourself. It's not based on things and stuff which we think because, hey, I look good, I drive a nice car, I live in a nice home, I have a good job, that I'm self-confident. No, that's a false sense of confidence. That's a false sense of confidence. And we have become trapped around this false sense of confidence because we hear, or people hear, and I'm using we, I'm talking third person. People hear these quotes and these sayings, and they sound so good. Oh my gosh, and they are true. Let me just read one of them. I was reading one of these on my IG today. It says, believe in yourself. Let me get my glasses on. It says, believe in yourself while still housing emotion. Oh, it just said believe in yourself. It just said believe in yourself. That's all it said. It said believe in yourself. Okay, guess what? We can believe in ourselves. You know, that sounds really good. Just believe in yourself, have self-confidence, be strong, all of that great stuff. Let me tell you something. Let me just share something. That sounds really good. But you cannot believe in yourself if you are bound, still housing emotional pains that are directly impacting your now and your future. It's impacting your belief system. It's impacting your values. It's impacting your perceptions. It's impacting your mindset. You cannot believe in yourself if you still have these emotional pains that you have not dismantled in your life. And the reason I say this is because it's proven time and time again. We base our responses on our past experiences and emotions. We base our responses and our reactions on our past experiences and emotions that are attached to those experiences. And if you have not identified them and have healed from them, your mindset is going to be faltered, your perception is going to be faltered, your values are going to be faltered, and your belief system is going to be faltered. Period. I mean, period. So, it's good to say just believe, but you can't just believe if you don't have the healing that has occurred emotionally in your body, in your psyche, in your emotions, your mindset, so that you can believe in yourself. Because belief comes with doubt, shame. We kind of stay behind this thing of shame and pain, and we keep rejecting. We keep going through the same cycle of rejection because it keeps us bound. We don't even make our decisions properly because we are stuck behind that emotional barrier of pain, of shame, of disappointment, of hurt, physical, verbal hurt, emotional hurt, sexual hurt. We're bound that we have a barrier there. So you can't just believe. Because you can believe, but you won't be believing in the right thing because your belief system has been faltered. Because your mindset is faltered. Your values are faltered. Your perception of things are faltered. So we read those things and we have become accustomed to saying quotes or mimicking quotes and things and reading great scriptures and all of this great stuff but we don't know how to implement it in our lives because of the emotional hurt. And I'm going to share this. You cannot even seek God to the fullness if you are still dealing with emotional hurt, because you're going to be limited in how you pursue God because of your beliefs. That's based in those beliefs and values and perceptions and mindsets that are based in that emotional hurt. You can't even just, I've heard so many people say in the past, and my time is it's winding down. I'm telling you, I love it though. I love it. I love this opportunity. I've heard so many people say, just trust God. Just believe God. Well, the word says this. The only reason that you love God is because he loved us first. You just didn't say, oh, I love God. I mean, people say it all the time. I love God. They don't love God. It's just something to say. It just sounds politically correct. And most of the time they're kingdomly wrong, because your lifestyle reflects your relationships. Let me say that again. Your lifestyle reflects your relationships. That's just not spiritual. That's also in everything else. Your lifestyle reflects your relationships, even with yourself. Because most of the time, we want a relationship. People stay single. We want a relationship with someone else when you refuse and have not developed a relationship with your own self. Let me say that again. You want to enter in a relationship with somebody else when you have not developed a relationship with yourself. You have to develop a relationship with yourself so that you can heal from those emotions. Once you develop a good relationship with you, then you know who you truly are. What makes you tick? What makes you happy? What's your driving force? Once you do that, then when we go back to mindset, perception, values, beliefs, then when you start looking at picking a mate or going into a romantic relationship with someone, you will stop picking the same type of people. Because guess what? Your perception has changed. Your mindset has changed. Your values have changed. Your beliefs have changed. All because you develop a relationship with yourself by healing those emotional pains, dismantling those emotional barriers and blockers that have been preventing you from personal development, personal healing, personal wholeness, spiritual wholeness. Everything that you do matters. Even the word of God says, look, you got to be renewed by the transforming of your mind. Well, guess what? You can't transform your mind unless you deal with those emotions. Only way you're going to transform your mind, you just quoting scriptures does not transform your mind. Sorry, does not work. Tried it. Got a t-shirt, got a coffee mug. That stuff doesn't work. Quoting scriptures only quote scriptures. You have to renew your mind by dealing with you first. Dealing with those hurts, those pains, those feelings of rejections, abandonment, and disappointments. You have to deal with that. And the more you deal with it, the more you heal, the more you develop who you are and come into who you are. And guess what? When you go into these relationships, or when Mr. Right come up, that's really Mr. Wrong, you will be able to see him for who he is, because your perceptions, your mindsets, your values, and your belief systems have totally changed, and they are in a whole state instead of a fractured state. Thus, you keep producing a fractured relationship. Your relationships keep you single. You keep staying single because your emotions are in a fractured state. Once you become whole, you make whole decisions. I don't know how to say that any better. Once you become emotionally whole, you make whole decisions. Your emotional barriers keep keeping you single because your emotions are scattered. They are shattered. They are broken. They have been dismantled, and they need to be made whole again. They need to be made whole again. Again, 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 again. We cannot skip this part. We want to skip that part because guess what? That part requires us to do work. That's the hard part. That's a part that's hard. That part is going to require you to look at the man in the mirror. As the old saying is, get butt naked. Look at yourself. Deal with those hard emotional issues. Why, when, how, where. And guess what? Begin the process, the journey of healing. Healing. Once you begin to heal, your mindset shifts, your perception changes, your value changes, and your belief system changes. Oh my goodness, this is Tara T. Stallings. This is Monday Midday. Let's Talk Tara. I am your counselor, certified life coach, master certified life coach, board certified mental health coach, author, and transformational speaker. And it has been a privilege, you guys, to share with you today on those emotional barriers that keep you single. Now, next week, please join me. Please join me next Monday on Monday Midday with Let's Talk Tara as we continue this conversation on emotional barriers. Until next time, see you then. Make sure to follow me on IG at Let's Talk Tara, Facebook Let's Talk Tara, and also on my YouTube channel at Let's Talk Tara. You can purchase my book at my website at www.taratstallinsinc.com. That's Tara, TARATSTALLINGS Inc.com. You can go on there and see all the great programs, and we have just launched a new women's membership because I had so many women saying, hey, I need a life coach, I need a life coach, I need a life coach, I need a life coach. Well, life coaches can be a little expensive. We can be a little expensive, but you pay for what you get. So I created a group just for women, Wise Women Win, for those women that need a life coach to help them manage their life, that say, hey, I just need some guidance, I need some help. Well, look, check it out. Wise Women Win. It's a exclusive private women's life coaching group we have live sessions every week, and we have great topics, and we work and we heal, and I've been helping women do this for over 11 years, so I would love for you to join me there. Until next Monday, this has been Monday Midday. Let's Talk Tara.
You have been listening to Let's Talk with Tara. We hope you've enjoyed this show. Remember, if you have real issues, then Tara has real solutions. Thanks for stopping by. See you next week.